in rowing. He saw them toiling with rowing. For the wind was contrary to them. The wind was blowing hard. They in this ship, and they trying to maneuver, but the wind got them going all kind of ways, right? In about the fourth watch of the night, he cometh unto them, walking upon the sea, and would have passed by them. But when they saw him walking upon the sea, they supposed it had been a spirit. And when they saw him walking upon the sea, they supposed it had been a spirit, and cried out. Well, they all saw him and were troubled. And immediately he talked with them and said unto them, Be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. So they see this cat walking on the water. They thought it was an angel. They thought it was a spirit. A ghost, as the white man called. But like I said, we ain't found no word for a ghost, or we say spirit. Why it say they thought it was a spirit. And cried out. For they all saw him and were troubled. Immediately he talked with them and said unto them, Be of good cheer. It is I. It's night. Be not afraid. Don't be afraid. But you see, my point here is, you see, they thought him to be a spirit. Verse 51, and he went up unto them into the ship, and the wind ceased. And they were so amazed in themselves beyond measure and wondered. For they considered not that the miracle of the loaves, he fed all those thousands of people with few loaves of bread, for their heart was hardened. The mind was hardened. When they had passed over, they came into the land of Gennesaret and drew to the shore. And when they were come out of the ship, straightway they knew him, and ran through that whole region around about, and began to carry about in beds those that were sick, where they heard he was. And whereto he entered into villages or cities or country, they laid the sick in the streets, and besought him that they might touch, if it were but the border of his garment, the hem of his garment, the fringes of his garment. And as many as touched him were made whole. Like the woman with the blood issue. For 12 years. He said, her face said, if I just touch the hem of his garment, I'm going to be healed. He felt virtue come from him. But she was healed. Because she believed it. She had faith like that. But let's look at Mark 7 and we're ready to conclude here. It says, Mark 7 and 5. It says, Then the Pharisees and scribes, remember, our righteousness has to exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees and scribes. Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, Why walk not thy disciples according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed hands? Tradition of the elders. Precepts of men. He answered and said unto them, Well hath Isaiah prophesied of you, hypocrites, as it is written, This people honoreth me with their lips. They talk a good talk, but their heart, which is their mind, is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. That's what a lot of people are doing until this day. Teaching of doctrines, the commandments of men, and not of the Most High. For laying aside the commandment of the Most High, we ain't under the law. Don't they? Is that what they say? We're not under the law. We're under mercy and grace. Ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, Full well ye reject the commandment of the Most High, that ye may keep your own traditions. And that's what people are doing. They're following their own tradition. They regurgitating what somebody has said. You want to regurgitate something, regurgitate what this word says. Memorize these scriptures and speak on that and not what man says. And with that, I hope that was edifying. I'm going to continue on this because the spirit is still moving. I still got to deal with a lot of more spirits. So with that, I'm out. Shalom.